see what's going on. We'll take our usual kit, 8-in-1 wiring tool and a meter. I'll be able to figure it out. Here come a nice little dog. Hey, let's find out what's going on here. All right, I don't know what that stuff is, but I dug around in here and found me something to sit on. Smells like some kind of air freshener, hopefully something harmless. So, the infamous smart valve. I hate these things. This is the one that I think has some diagnostics on it. Yep. 9541, so it'll actually blink a code on the valve if there is one, and it was just bright and dim. It was just flashing. I don't know if it was bright and dim or just a steady flash. But we did not get any ignition. We do have the little hot surface on the intermittent pilot. But no ignition. Failed. And no gas coming through the valve. Hopefully we got gas. All right, so the test procedure on these, if I remember correctly, is there is a little pin. Yep, there it is right there on the board. And you jump that out either to red or white to a constant hot, I believe. And if it fires, it's the board. If it doesn't fire, it's the valve. I do believe. Now, might have to refer to some data to confirm that, but I think that is the test procedure here to diagnose an ignition problem with this board and this valve setup. Although I tend to believe, since we are getting the igniter, I tend to believe everything is okay, and we either don't have gas or we've got a problem with this gas valve. One of the two. But let's keep looking. Okay, so a real common problem, if it's not the valve, and I really was hoping it's not, it doesn't look like it is. Real common problem, especially when they're converted to propane, is the little orifice, little pilot orifice clogging up. So what I did was pulled the pilot tube out of the valve, pushed in the door switch, and yep, my thumb stinks. There's gas. We're getting gas immediately out of the pilot tube, or out of the valve into the pilot tube, and so we've probably got a clog here on the orifice. So it was just quick and easy to take this out. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off, and we'll probably be able to fix this pretty easy. That's gonna be my guess at this point. So like they got little 1/4-inch tube screws holding that. So I'm thinking this might be a simple repair that isn't gonna require us to fetch any parts. So I do believe that is going to be our issue. I'm going to take this delicate part out of the way here so that we don't end up magnifying our problems out here. So this little bitty hot surface ignition item here, fairly easy to cause yourself a problem with. And I do believe this bracket is, or the screw from it, is interfering with sliding that out. Okay. Let's try to let this thing hang somewhere that it's not going to get scraped or bumped. And I may have to go get a second wrench to hold that with. Unless I can put it somewhere. Boy, I just noticed something too. Look right there. Doesn't look like it's been hitting anything or harming anything, but let's get wire. I don't know how that's happened. I probably ought to try to fix that. While we are here. See if I can hold this well enough with these. I don't think so. And I'm up here with one wrench. I tell you guys that carry tool bags, y'all can probably laugh at me now for walking up here with a couple of things in my pocket in my hand and nothing else. So although I can blow through this, surely it wasn't that slight of a clog. I mean, I can blow through it easy. Let's see what happens. All right, it's gonna be hard for me to believe that this thing was clogged bad enough not to light, and then I just blew it out that quick and easy with my mouth. But I have had people tell me I was full of hot air, so maybe I did blow it out. and it is real quick and easy to get this back together and try it. But I'm starting to suspect now that something in the valve is letting the gas out, but not when this is pushed down in it. So I don't know, maybe that's just paranoia. So anyway, let's put this thing back in there. Probably less than 2 minutes of effort to do that. Although I say that, and what happens when you bend these pilot tubes out, you bend them to get them out, it's real easy to get yourself in a mess and cross thread it. Very delicate. Sometimes it takes a minute to not really being able to see it, really what doesn't help. That can be quite a pain, and very easy to get it cross-threaded. And cause a bigger problem than what you had to begin with. There we go. A lot easier if I had the proper wrench instead of this fits all. I have always tried to just carry as few tools as possible up in the attics and under houses. the only one. All right, we got it back in. So let's see if it actually lights this time, and if I just blew it out that easy. Sure did. Well, that was a simple problem, and it was so simple and quick and easy that I did not really believe that I had actually solved it that quick and easy, but do it without the light. See if we can get a little more effect. All right, so a very simple clogged pilot orifice, and this thing is back and running, so let's put it together and get it fired up. Go talk to the customer about what we found and see if they want any further servicing or anything done. Okay, so she's fired up, the fan came on, and they're feeling heat in the house, and they elected not to have any further servicing done at this time. Said they would be talking to us about that later. And if we don't push that. So, real nice people. So as it turns out, that little side of the house over there is kind of a in-law suite, and the actual owners are not home at the time, apparently not in town, and so they're gonna wait and talk to see if they want anything further done. I just felt like the whole thing could be